3 people out of 100,000 may not seem many, but to Richard McVicker, those 3 people were his world. Last March, near the start of the pandemic, Richard's mum Jean and dad Keith were taken into hospital with COVID and quickly deteriorated.
The Queen's Hospital at Burton, they arranged to have the 2 beds put into the same room. We got the call Saturday night to say my mum hadn't survived, passed away. And then on the Tuesday, the hospital rang us and said that he'd took another turn for the worse and he'd passed away as well. So within the space of 3 days, both parents had gone.
Just over a week later, Richard's elder sister Jane, who'd stayed with his parents, also died of COVID. And with funerals restricted to 10 people, they decided to hold them online.
We are a very loving, huggy family. We hug and kiss each other every time we see each other and leave. And we thought standing 6 foot apart at a crematorium would be more difficult. Cremations and funerals are never best, but when they're your parents and your sister, we knew that it would have been tough. But it was even harder not being able to, say goodbyes.
Richard's mum was taken into hospital 2 days after Mother's Day. One of his regrets, not being able to visit her then one last time.
It would have been nice to go over and see her if we'd have known it was the last time. But we decided, it wasn't worth the risk, and we'd see them a few months later, which obviously we didn't get the chance to.
Leighton Webster came very close to being included in today's shocking figures. Previously fit and healthy, the 43-year-old supermarket worker fell into a coma after contracting COVID last April and remained in it for 6 weeks. At one point, his wife was called in to say goodbye.
She said, don't leave me, the kids need you, fight this.
She thought it was her last moment with you.
It was a 10% chance of survival. I was almost dependent on ventilation.
To the amazement of the medical staff treating him, Leighton suddenly began to improve and eventually left ICU. But with only one fully working lung, his recovery's been painfully slow.
Well, when I first came out of the coma, I was really, really scared because I didn't know where I was. I had to learn walk, write, speak, use my arms. It's crazy. It's like learning it all again.
During his 4 months in hospital, Leighton was surrounded by fellow patients who sadly didn't all pull through.
I feel grateful, but then I also feel sorry for the ones that didn't. So I feel guilty as well.
We've talked about that 100,000 deaths, but we could so easily have been here just talking to your wife and your dad today.
I came out, and at the time, I think there was about 1,000, and then the number went up and up. And then you think to yourself, you could easily just be one of those numbers. You feel like you've dodged a bullet sort of thing, it really is.
What would you say to the doctors and nurses who looked after you?
You're amazing. Don't give up, because hopefully there'll be some more stories like mine.